Alright, welcome back everyone to Sherlock Holmes, the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. So yeah, this is right where we left off last time. So let's see what he's talking about.
Read the paper, Holmes.
The paper. I don't actually want to read it. It'll take forever. If you want to read it, just pause the video. I'll just go through it slowly. Damn, this just take long. This is a really long story. Okay, that's it.
Prince Woodville, French culinary expert and bagpipe player, might be our next king. That's not so shocking, my dear fellow.
You know exactly to which article I'm referring, Holmes. How can Farley dare to tarnish your reputation like that?
You know, Watson, that wherever glory walks, jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I suspect that we shall soon be enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines, the door's open.
Oh, he knows he's listening.
Ah, Mr. Holmes.
What's that in the background?
How did you know I was here?
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second-to-last step of the stairs, which creaks dreadfully. And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your
It looks
belt...
like bullet holes.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
They look like bullet
Have you
holes.
read that rag?
Oh, I can choose? Slander.
Inspector, can you explain this slander?
Slander.
Has the necklace of the
Slander.
Samoas really been replaced by a fake?
I don't know how the reporter got hold of the information, but it's true. About the necklace, of course. I wouldn't permit myself to question the integrity and honesty of Mr. Holmes.
The necklace is a forgery? Impossible! I saw the Marquis authenticated before my very eyes, before Holmes returned it to its place.
Mr. Holmes, the Marquis believes Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his explosive and subjective articles. In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were the last person to have the necklace in your hands.
Let's return to the Marquis's house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll have no trouble in taking apart this theory.
It is unnecessary. Such allegations collapse on their own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's soufflés. Let us leave the police to solve this problem and turn our attention to the matters in hand.
Perhaps you are right, Holmes.
Holmes is not who he says he is. Okay, necklace.
Inspector, I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here. Your superiors would like me to examine it.
Indeed. They would like you to confirm or deny putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge. And the Marchioness?
She is beside herself. Without the necklace, her marriage is compromised. It is the
Seriously?
principal item of the young woman's dowry.
Oh, okay.
What a lovely marriage.
Yeah. What a lovely marriage. Lovely marriage based on necklace.
Holmes,
On a
forgive me
necklace.
for insisting, but don't you want to examine the fake jewellery?
Watson, I have an appointment, and it's out of the question that I arrive late.
It will only take you a couple of minutes. You
He
really
is
must
clearly
quell
avoiding
the
it.
suspicions put forward in this appalling article. If you will allow me, Inspector.
Be my guest.
Very well.
Very well. Okay, let's check it. Actually, hold on. Let me change something real quick here. Aim. I just want like a little dot. Yes. Accept. Zoom. Okay, now I can actually point at things better. So this is supposed to be a fake. Find out if the necklace is authentic or not. How exactly are you supposed to do that? Just like switch around it or something?
This pearl is too small.
Oh.
It is not in its place here.
Which pearl? This one maybe. This one? Oh, this one is...
pearl is a different color. This pearl is a different color.
Yeah, I know that, I know that. Oh,
This pearl is too small. It is not in its place here.
I see. So you just have to like do this.
These 3 pearls are of poor quality. Too many defects. This necklace is a fake. This is
Yeah.
nothing but a vulgar copy, and at a glance it would appear that the forger has intended for it to be seen as such.
How could we have been fooled by such a blatant imitation? I don't understand.
Yes, how is it possible? Holmes, do you have a theory about this?
I have absolutely no idea. You insisted that I examine the necklace, and I have done so. Now it is important that I keep my appointment. I'm sure, Inspector, that you will throw some light on this affair.
Holmes.
He keeps...
You may accompany me, Watson, if you care to do so.
Goodbye, gentlemen. I'll keep you informed as to my inquiry.
The...
Goodbye, Inspector.
What you call that?
You mentioned a
Like the
bishop,
blurriness.
didn't you? Are we going to his
Just
home?
flickering on and
Yes,
off.
the Bishop of Knightsbridge. I put his address on
Kinda
a
weird.
map of London on my desk. Would you get it for me, please?
All right, Holmes.
Alright, Holmes. You can control Dr. Watson. Oh, okay, that's cool.
The work table, where Holmes analyzes things.
What's this?
Holmes's homemade analyzer.
Holmes' homemade analyzer. Okay, let's see if I still get stuck like last time. Yep, it still does that.
Have you found my map of London?
It's annoying. I can't use the third person mode, I'm sorry. It will just keep walking forever. Okay, let's see what else. That's not working. Ah, a clickable thing.
I have found your map.
Oh, a map. What's this? Oh, you can travel. Okay, I did not know that. Yeah. Oh, what the hell's
police?
going on?
Already? How did you know?
May we see the Bishop of Knightsbridge?
Yes. Yes, of course. But come in.
Oh, this is. Okay. I don't know
What has
idea what's
happened,
going
Reverend?
on really, but
What?
I don't know. It was last night, I think. I only just arrived, and I have made this macabre discovery. My God. How horrible. I haven't called anyone. How did you know that?
yeah, how did he know that?
Holmes, look!
The Bishop, appallingly mutilated.
How dreadful.
Mutilated. And killed. He was such a good man. How could anyone be so brutal? Look at him. He is barely recognizable now. How could any of God's children be responsible for that?
They were evidently unworthy children, Reverend. Now do please try to calm yourself and focus, because we will need your assistance. Do you have any idea as to the motive behind this?
I haven't had time to do an inventory, but nothing appears to have been stolen. And anyway, His Excellency
out of
didn't own
revenge,
anything of
maybe?
great value. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Note this down, please, Doctor.
Doctor? But you aren't the police?
No, Reverend. I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We are here at the request of the Bishop.
In that case, I must ask you to leave, and not to touch anything. I must get in touch with the authorities without further delay.
Reverend, when the inspectors of Scotland Yard find themselves at a dead end, which they quite often do, I assure you, then they turn to me for help. If you will allow us to continue our investigation, then you
He's
shall have the
so,
answers to all of your questions.
Out of the question! I don't even know you!
So
I'm going to call the
I
police
don't know what
whether you like it or
how
not.
that's called.
It would be better for
My
everyone,
English is really
Reverend,
bad.
if you kept your temper. Watson, are you taking notes? This affair promises to be a complex one. Therefore, we must not overlook the slightest detail.
Yes, Holmes. I am keeping a meticulous set of notes. I have created a very clever deduction
Meticulous.
board.
What the hell
One
is
thing
that?
we can be sure of at the moment is that this crime was not for gain. The Reverend has informed us that nothing valuable was stolen, and indeed, it would seem that the Bishop had nothing of any worth to take.
Very good, Watson. Do continue.
It's out of revenge, probably. Facing the Bishop's murder. Make the right. Oh. Make the right deductions based on the facts you have. The Bishop didn't own anything of value, not even in his safe. Yeah, I know, I just read that. Okay, then. How do I. Okay, quit. You control Sherlock Holmes. Okay, let's just investigate then. Yeah.
You can see by his expression that he suffered terribly.
His mouth is covered in blood, and I can make out strips of skin between his teeth.
Was he biting?
You can see by
His mouth.
Okay, we already had that.
You can see by
His mouth.
Okay.
His chest has been lacerated, I would say, with a very sharp and fine blade.
Sherlock Holmes has one of those. Did Sherlock Holmes did it? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, he wouldn't really. No. How do I get back? Close, I guess. What's with his feet? Or his leg? It looks like it's like...
These burns are terrible.
Yeah, burned. That's what I was gonna say.
His feet have been burned.
My first impression is that he wears a size 9 shoe.
You! But what does it matter, Holmes?
A finger. Apparently it doesn't belong to the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
How dreadful.
How dreadful. Okay, what else can we find?
A piece of rope that was used to tie up that poor man.
Mm-hmm.
This poor man...
To stop him...
poor man was tied just below the knees.
To stop him from walking, certainly, but mostly to free his feet.
Free his feet? What else can we... Oh, his fingers are just broken all the... Holy shit.
The fingers have been crushed and violently struck.
My God, Holmes, this man was horribly tortured.
Just the thought of my fingers breaking like that just
The
makes me
fingers have
shiver.
been crushed and violently struck.
By a hammer, maybe.
His stomach is covered in scratches. Quite evidently, they weren't made recently.
So, these wounds were not made by his murderers. His forearms have been ripped. Pieces of skin have been torn off. What do you think, Watson?
I'd say that he was eaten alive. Yet I've noticed a curious degeneration of the skin tissue around the wounds.
My dear friend, everything
Eaten
points to this
alive?
man having gnawed at his own forearms.
That's unbelievable, Holmes.
He was eating his own fucking arms. Was he possessed or something? Okay, what else?
Something is missing here.
Oh, yes? And what might that be?
His shoes. Watson, his shoes are missing.
Okay, let's see what's on his desk. What was this?
A broken bottle of whiskey. However, the Bishop of Knightsbridge was known for his sobriety.
Okay. So maybe the attacker was drunk. I don't know.
A bottle of whiskey. I can make out fingerprints stained with blood and dirt.
It would seem that the brutes who tortured the bishop to death were intoxicated with alcohol.
There is blood on this paperweight. This paperweight was used to crush the victim's fingers.
Oh, so no hammer was used. Okay. What else can we find? Do we care to move faster? Yeah, I know. Okay.
This stove is filled to overflowing.
Stove. Okay. Oh, the painting.
The picture of Peregrine Maitland, commander of the infantry brigade of Her Majesty's Guards at Waterloo.
The Bishop of Knightsbridge has the same name as his ancestor, an illustrious family.
A safe? Oh, it's a puzzle. I have
Impossible to open it. Impossible.
Okay, so
Impossible.
I guess I can't really do anything
I am
yet.
missing some information.
Okay.
Reverend, I'm missing something. An implement with which to open this chest. Could you tell me where to find it?
No, go to the devil.
What are you afraid of, Reverend? What is inside the chest?
I'm not afraid of anything. In fact, I do have the necessary implements, but if I have to give them to anyone, it will be to a representative of the law and no one else.
A representative of the law. That is not me.
You have no right to search here. You have no...
What do you think, Holmes?
I don't know what to think. What's this? A knife? Oh, it's a knife. Maybe.
A surgical scalpel covered in blood. There isn't
Jack the
any
Ripper.
doubt. The wounds on the bishop were administered with this scalpel.
Closed. The veranda door hasn't been forced. Strange. Reverend, might I have the key?
No! You have no authority here. Let me call the police.
Perhaps we should listen to him, Holmes.
Perhaps you should let me get on with this, Watson.
Okay, so how do I actually open this? Then I wasn't searched. Yeah, okay. The murders were looking for something specific. The murders caught the wrong person. Bishop took the murders by surprise. No, I don't think that's happened. The wrong person? No, I think it's this. The bishop's shoes are missing. Yeah. Okay. The murderers were unable to open a safe. The victim was savagely tortured. I have no idea how this works though. I mean, how? Okay. What do I do?
Closed.
Closed.
This door has not been forced. Where does it lead, Reverend?
To His Excellency's room. There is just a mattress and a stool.
Okay, let me check this.
The bishop's bedroom. It is very austere. Nothing in particular here.
Very small. Oh wait, what's this?
A whip?
Oh.
No, it is a discipline for self-flagellation.
Oh.
This metal rod is for fastening the chilies.
A whip?
No,
What else is in here? Oh, look at this. There are marks here.
watch where you're putting your feet, Watson. Have you noticed these prints upon the ground?
Well, yes, those muddy marks.
See here, Watson, footprints can often provide more vital information than the very best of informants.
Yes, if you know how to make them talk, that is.
It's child's play, Watson. We will begin by excluding the contaminating prints, which are yours and mine from where we came in, and those of our dear Reverend who was so impatient to call the police. A fragment of stone. Peculiar. This print came from an expensive pair of shoes, and it seems recent. It is not a laborer's shoe.
No, these are different.
Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. Well-worn shoes with an odd pattern on the soles.
There were more than one at least. At least three.
Hobnail boots like
I
those
think.
worn by laborers.
What's this? That was a...
Size 9. Size 9.
Are they all size 9?
Size 9.
They're all size 9, okay. How many criminals were there? 3?
Perfect. We now know that there were 3 crooks.
What do the footprints reveal? One man joined those who were already in the room. One man left the room wearing different shoes. One man was carried so not to leave footprints. All men left the room jumping on one leg. No, one left without shoes.
Strange but true. One of the crooks was wearing a different pair of shoes when he left here. Therefore we have 3 men who came in and left again, but one of them was wearing a different pair of shoes from the ones which he came in with.
Yeah,
So,
the
all we
shoes
have
of
to
the...
do is look for a workman who likes Italian shoes.
He left on his shoes, I think. What's this?
A broken phial and blood near the neck.
What a strange smell. Phew. Chemical components, I think.
Oh, is it chloroform? Maybe? I don't know. Alright, what else can we find then? Flask. The broken flask has some blood at its... The broken flask has some blood at its top. The murders made the bishop drink blood. The murders made the bishop drink the contents of the flask. Flask? I don't know. The murders tortured the bishop with a broken glass. I think this one. I'm missing facts. Oh wait, I can click this. One of the murders left in different shoes. Yeah, okay. One of the murders is a member of the... I don't even know what that means. One of the murders left wearing the bishop's shoes. Yes, that's what I said. The murder's shoes... Murder's shell shoes. That's very unlikely. The murders are poor. One of the murders came back for his shoes. That seems like the most likely. The bishop murders were hired by someone. The murders searched for the bishop's shoes. That's very unlikely. The murders wanted to steal from the bishop. Were hired. Most likely. Maybe I've got something wrong. This is very unlikely that they wanted to steal from him because he doesn't have anything. And the shoes are not that special. So it seems just very unlikely. I have to be missing something.
It's a cilice designed to... This very pious man must have had the habit of mortifying his flesh
didn't check this
as a
one
means
yet.
of repentance.
Oh, I did check this. Oh, and it added something. Cool. Let's check that. Is it this one? It is this one. The bishop was mortifying himself. He was used to pain. She punished himself too severely. That's most likely it. The murderers came here to kill the bishop. The murderers got what they wanted. The bishop murderers didn't get what they wanted. That's the most likely answer here. That's why they tortured him. Okay, but then I still haven't finished. I think.
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
I just did that. It must have something to do with this fucking board. I have something wrong. Because he keeps telling me, look at the fucking board, look at your board, blah blah blah. So I have something wrong here. Oh. Okay, that tells me it's okay this time. So maybe I have something else wrong as well. Okay, so what we actually have to do is just... I looked it up because I couldn't find it, so...
Let us look at our...
Yes, look at the fucking board. And this one is actually... the murders are poor.
Perfect.
And then
It is evident that the Bishop of Knightsbridge's killers were after something specific, and that they did not find it. Reverend, I shall ask you one more time. Open the chest. The item they were seeking must still be inside. It is unlikely that they will let this matter rest. They will most certainly return to finish what they started.
And I'm telling you once more, the chest is locked and shall remain so.
Very
No.
well. We have reached an impasse. You are a stubborn man, Reverend. Watson, accompany our friend to the police station and return with Inspector Baines. Baines and no one else. I shall wait for you here. Go.
Go.
Alone at last. Now I can continue my investigation.
Okay. So I'm guessing we're gonna open the... No, we can't open the safe. This?
I need something.
Can I open it with this?
This lock should be easy to pick. Let's see.
Oh god. I was never good at these things. Fuck. Alright. I'm gonna end the episode here, because it will take too long to do this and all that stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like the video, subscribe, all that shit. And I'll see you in the next episode.